All right, let's go to athletics right now, and we'll make a quick stop in Kenya, where Athletics Kenya, they have named a formidable team led by Africa's fastest man, Ferdinand Omanyala, and the world 800-meter champion, Mary Moraa, to the World Athletics Relay in Nassau, Bahamas, which is scheduled for Saturday 4 to Sunday 5 May 2024. This comes after the conclusion of the national trials that were held in the Nyayo National Stadium on Saturday, April 6. Omanyala will lead the 4x100 meters relay team as they seek to qualify for the Olympic Games scheduled for later this year. The 4x400 meters men's charge will be led by national 400-meter champion Hesborn Ochieng, who has been a great form so far this season as it targets to qualify for the Olympic Games. Moraa, the 800 meters queen, and the Commonwealth 800 meters champion, she will lead the 4x400 meters relay team after a scintillating run to showcase her skill one more time at the Nyayo National Stadium. Now, speaking during the naming of the team, Athletics Kenya President Jack Tui, who is also the World Athletics Vice President, he expressed confidence that the team would impress, of course, at the World Athletics Relay Championship. He also urged the athletes to work smart and ensure that they qualify for the Olympic Games, since that is the main goal this season. All right, let's see if the athletes will be able to go by what their president, Athletics Federation President, has said over there in Kenya. All right, we've got joining us all the way from Nairobi, Kenya, a World Athletics, enthusiast. She's also a journalist in Kenya. I've got Charity Wanjira joining me all the way from Kenya. Thank you so much, Charity, for joining me on the show.
Thank you so much, Bara. How are you doing?
I'm very fine, thank you. And you? It's great to have you on the show. This is your first time on Indie Game, and I'm sure to go all out with you on the show. But I would like to know, 24-man team has been named by Kenyan Athletics. How satisfied or confident are you about the selected athletes for the competition in May? I do remember in 2015, the then Kenyan Athletics president, he bemoaned how inexperienced the team cost them at, in 2015, the championship in 2015, and he did promise that the next time they will have to name athletes to go represent Kenya, they will have to review the selection criteria. Do you think that they have done better with the selection criteria this time, naming 24 athletes?
Yeah, I believe they've done better because so far there's been a lot of investments with the sprinters, something that has not been there before. We have about 24 athletes that have been selected for the World Relays in Bahamas, and they're going to set their camp in Bahamas before heading to Venice, and then they'll be able to fly out from Venice to Bahamas. They will not be camping here in Kenya. This was I think that was there was a memorandum of understanding that was signed between the city of Miramas and the National Olympics Committee of Kenya that will be helping the sprinters to gain more training experience and also to be nurtured to be able to produce more sprinters. And so far, with the performance of our team in South Africa, we've had them in camp they were in camp for about 3 weeks before they went to South Africa for the Grand Prix. And for Team Kenya, they finished third in the men relay, and second in the 4x4 for the men relay, and in the women's 4x4 team, they finished second also, and also in the mixed relay. I believe we have a strong team. On Friday, it's when we will know when they will be traveling to France in Miramas for their camp ahead of the World Relay Championships in Bahamas.
Okay, let's look at Kenya's campaign at the African Games, the just concluded African Games. Now, they finished 10th overall in the medal table. This is unlike Kenya. They've always finished like third, second overall at medal table. Are you confident of medals or podium finishes at this World Relay Championship? Now, since the country had enough ammunition to excel, I was expecting more from the African Games. So what really went wrong with these proud athletes that represent your nation?
During this time's team selection, we had the athletics had few athletes being fielded in. That's why you saw that we didn't dominate that much, but the few that that was sent were able to represent and bring more medals. We also had we had a medal from Angela Okutoi, which we've had. It's been about 40 years since we won another one from the tennis. We also had a medal from the boxing and a medal from the taekwondo, which was an improvement for us to see that we have more teams from other federations winning medals and also athletics also joining in, which shows that in Paris we are on the right track for Paris. Although in Paris some of the other federations might not bring the medal, but there will be an improvement of their performance. I'm confident that we shall be able to give a wonderful performance at the Paris Olympics, given that even though we sent a few number of athletes, we did well. As compared to Egypt, who had already won about 100 medals before even we checked in.
But you know, before the Paris Olympics, Kenya has got one hurdle to face, and that's the World Relay Championship. That is where they would have to pick a ticket for the relay competition in Paris. Let me go back to 2015. The team was hit with a lot of withdrawals, especially for the elite athletes, those who have got a lot of experience. For the African Games, I know I did not see the likes of Ferdinand Omanyala for Kenya going to Ghana. But at also 2015, I remember the team did not win any gold medals, so no Kenyan national anthem was played for the very first time in an international athletics competition. And they finished 7th overall with just 15 points. What can make the difference this time in Bahamas? What do you think can make the difference? Because I know you're fielding Mary Moraa, you're fielding the 400 meters champion, you're fielding Ferdinand Omanyala, who is Africa's fastest man. So do you think that can make the difference? Is it enough?
One, it takes time and investment for an athlete to be able to give us the medal. So far, I believe we've put enough investment and time. Since 2015, we've had more camps being set up for sprinters, something that we were not that much focused on, but now right now we have that much improvement. And they are under the National Olympics Committee, who has taken them under their umbrella. That is why we have the memorandum of between Kenya and the National Olympics to be able to give proper training for the sprinters. Kenya were known for the middle, long, and the long distance races.
Yeah.
So Athletics Kenya will be focusing on the middle and the long distance races, as the National Olympics Committee focus on the sprinters. Right now, I'm not sure of how we will be performing at the Bahamas, but I believe the performance will be much, much, much better from what we had in 2015 in the Bahamas.
All right. In the midst of all this charity, Kenya also listed a formidable team to represent the country in Paris for the marathon. I'm a bit surprised to see Helen Obiri in that list. I remember the last time, after a poor finish, she was at the brink of announcing retirement from track to shift her focus to road races. But what changed for her from then and now?
For Helen, actually, we are confident of her performance at the Olympics. She has the experience. She knows the tactics that are required to perform at the big events. She's won the Boston and the New York Marathon, which are among the hardest, especially the Boston. And I believe she has enough experience, having won 2 silver medals from the 10,000 and 5,000 meters of the Olympics. And also she's been a 2-time world champion in the 5,000 meters. I believe her muscle memory will work well with her towards the end of the race, where she's expected to remember, where she's likely to remember how she used to do it in the track, and she's likely to give a faster performance at the Olympics.
Okay, even parading the lines of Eliud Kipchoge, Faith Kipyegon and all. One would have thought that with the death of Kelvin Kiptum, we would see new athletes in the ranks, but we did see the old names still in the ranks. Are they not training for new athletes to take on the long distance races for Kenya?
For the marathon, we have new faces. Athletes like Rosemary Wanjiru and Sharon Lokedi. Sharon Lokedi is based at the US. She has a personal best of 2 hours, 23 minutes, and 23 seconds. That was after her race in 2022 in New York Marathon, and she finished third last year. We also have another relatively new athlete, Rosemary Wanjiku. She set a personal best of 2 hours, 16 minutes, and 14 seconds at the Tokyo Marathon, where she finished second, although she relinquished Tokyo Marathon in 2023. But she's also experienced in the long distance races such as the 5,000 and the 10,000 meters. And we also have the defending champion, Bridget Kosgei. No, actually, Bridget won a silver during the Tokyo Olympics, and we also have the defending champion, Peres Chepchirchir. I believe the two of them will be able to guide the new ones, Rokedi, Rosemary, and Oberi, on how to tackle the race, having had the experience. For the men's marathon, we have some relatively fast athletes. We have Eliud Kipchoge, who is gunning to gain his third Olympics medal. We also have some young and new athletes joining in. The fastest being Benson Kipruto, who won the Tokyo Marathon this year. And he has also won the Chicago and also finished in the podium at the Boston Marathon. We also have Timothy Kiplagat. He is also a young athlete. He is new to major marathon, but he's done well. He finished second in during this year's Tokyo Marathon. We also have Vincent Ngetich. Vincent Ngetich. He has a personal best of 2 hours, 3 minutes and 13 seconds after finishing second in Berlin Marathon last year. Berlin, remember, it's quite a fast race, and for him to manage to clock such a time, it means that Olympics marathon being an elite race, which is a championship race, is also going to be quite tactical, and I believe it's up to the task. We also have a young one, Alexander Motinso. Alexander is also new to marathon, but he has a personal best of 2 hours, 5 minutes and 9 seconds. He won Prague Marathon last year and also finished second in Valencia Marathon with a time of 2 hours, 3 minutes and 12 seconds. I believe the team is new. It's a mix of blend of the experienced and the young ones.
Yes.
So by the time you're heading for the next Olympics, we have some athletes who will be able to have garnered enough experience to take over from the elites such as Eliud, Peres, and Bridget.
Okay, I'll be crossing my fingers here. I really trust the Eliud Kipchoge to come up with what he knows how to do best, of course, for long-distance races like the marathon. We have been speaking to, of course, athletics enthusiasts from Kenya, Charity Wanja. Thank you so much for sharing your wealth of knowledge on the show today.
You're welcome. All the best. I'd like to know, maybe we'll chat later about the Nigerian team.
No problem. Sure. I would love to have that conversation with you. Have a lovely day, Charity.